back to the individual faculty member. There's been a stereotype that the individual is having a light bulb or spark of an idea, and the question really is how to develop it. And yes, the junior faculty members do have to develop their own individual brand. They do have to become known as an expert in X, Y, and or Z, yes, but they also need to understand what makes an idea competitive or innovative. They need to know that what they think is wonderful and amazing has to be reflected against the work and the recent work of an entire discipline. Who else is doing work like this? What else should this individual faculty member know about what other people are doing? How can this individual faculty member differentiate himself or herself and his or her work from what other people are doing in a positive way to show that they are actually thinking innovatively, going in a novel direction, coming up with something unique and new, some aspect even of their idea that is unique and new. And then, of course, how can they express it in a proposal? And yes, I do have to have that conversation over and over with faculty members because many of them are coming out of postdocs or coming out of graduate programs, and they are not the person who won the funding. They are a graduate student or a postdoc on someone else's funding, using basically someone else's idea. And so now they're having to differentiate themselves for the first time and become an independent investigator, or at least take the steps toward becoming an independent investigator. So if you see the third bullet point down, packaging research ideas as discrete fundable projects, well, sometimes you have to explain how to do that because, again, the faculty member might not be experienced at thinking that way, at thinking of an idea for an investigation as a fundable project with a beginning and an end, with SMART objectives, with anticipated outcomes, results that need to be disseminated, and how, and a team, and this is what's going to happen. These are the team's roles. Here's the actual work plan. This is what the project is all about. They're not necessarily thinking of it that way because they didn't have to think of it that way when they were a postdoc or when they were a graduate student. So sometimes you have to explain, well, here's how to think of this as a project, and here's what to consider if you haven't considered it yet, Dr. Whomever.